Hello, 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 everybody. So my name is Wesley. I'm going to perform some spoken words for you. And it's funny how sometimes when you come here and you see people, everybody brings something, and sometimes themes somehow match. Like people bring stuff. And I'm going to talk about a little bit about the world we cannot see, both outside of ourselves and inside of ourselves. And I've always been perplexed with friends of mine who do not believe in a world, who only believe in a world that they can see. And we had a lot of discussions, of course. I like to discuss about life and about the way people view life. But this next poem is a challenge against, in that sense, maybe materialism, or against people who say that there's only stuff that you can see. There's more than meets the eye. You might deny it, but you know that it's true. For while you crave, seek, and desire it, you have never seen an I love you. Not only that, even those vibrating particles of air that reach your ear will never discharge the chemicals in your body, never warm your heart, never draw near. If not for the weirdest of reasons, you choose to believe, unless that strange state of faith will somehow make you receive that thing you can't see, that flutter of air that can set the shackled soul free. What makes you yearn, what makes you believe for the I love you yearn to receive is not just the message, but because of the sender. The exact same phrase said by a cartoon or by your lover, uttered by your enemy or by your brother, will determine whether you will indeed be persuaded to believe and receive. It means the source should be an actual and reliable being. So now we have two, the word and the speaker, who are real, yet unseen. But I can see the speaker, you might reason. But what do you really see that persuades you to believe in? Is it the mumbling matter that moves and breathes? Then why won't you value that same gesture by a pre-programmed machine? Because it's not alive, you might argue. But what does that even mean? Is it not that you inferred that people have the same mind, will, and emotions, all of which you've never seen? No, not even your own. Even your own actions and desires are born inside of you. The invisible before the visible, the physical created by the spiritual. Perhaps you should close your eyes to open them wide, to see how what you see emerged, an idea, an expression, an utterance unheard, untold wisdom revealed to man. In the beginning was the Word. So I've always been intrigued, captivated a bit with the world that we experience, but we cannot really put our finger on. And for me, the most intriguing world might not be the spiritual world out there, but whatever happens in our own minds. And dealing with identities and what of the inside do we actually show to the world outside? That person that we are inside, do we actually dare to let it out? And this next poem is about that. What do you feel? Do you let it come to you? Do you dare to unlock that cage, hiding in plain sight? Or do you forget it, suppress it, ignore it? The ever-burning fire, slowly consuming, dissolving the depths of your heart. There's a price to pay to be real. There's a price to pay to be fake. Which price do you pay? I've perfected my masks, marvelously clever. They keep me safe. I've mastered my craft. They're just like the real thing. I even have one that looks brave. Well, it's enough for the task to hide the chinks in the armor, the billows of smoke, of the ever-burning fire, slowly consuming, dissolving the depths of my soul. I could quit, but I'm so good, so proficient. You should see my performance of late. Even those closest to me are swept along by my play. Even they cannot see whether I'm bothered by love or by hate. They see what I want them to see. It's been that way from the start. They don't know of the ever-burning fire, slowly consuming, dissolving the depths of my heart. But time is running out. The fire gains strength and does not appear to stop. I hope my mask would outlast this fire burning up. Every inch of my being, I fear my performance will stop. But Which of these faces is mine? It's been so long since I appeared without a mask covering up my real pain and real joy. Can I convince them it's me? To help contain this fire, will they believe my plea? But still, even if I fail, at least they are rejecting me and not who I'm pretending to be. There's a price to pay to be real. There's a price to pay to be fake. Now, which price do you pay? And I think this is one of the hardest things in life, right? Like, we know our insides. Sometimes we don't even know our insides. We don't even want to look what's going on inside. We don't want to look at that fire, that thing that's might be bugging you or bothering you. But at the other hand, we like vulnerability in a sense because it's something real. And in this world, we see a lot of fake things around us, and there's a lot of social media stuff. And we're like, when there's something real, something vulnerable, we're like, yeah, I want that. So what do? We make vulnerability something fake. We make it #BeReal. I'm sharing something of myself, but it's kind of polished, and it's kind of been through a couple of filters before I share it with the world. So in a way, our vulnerability, which is such a powerful thing, which can really connect us to each other, becomes another product. And his next piece is about that. It's called Vulnerability as Commodity. I'm exposed. Or am I? Have I truly, fully opened up? Explored and explained every chamber of my heart? Or is there still a deeper level? A buried basement or an abandoned attic, purposefully forgotten? Because I know that I can face it. Not yet. Not here. Not now. And certainly not with you. Selective vulnerability. We all know it. Among brothers, we pretend our cuts are cool and scary scars of our fiercest foes of a troubled past we've long since conquered. Among lovers, we let them lick our shallow wounds and playing the strings of sympathy and feigned compassion, a hollow harmony that drowns out what's actually hidden in the deep. No scars and flesh wounds here, but poisoned blood, shattered bones, and daggers so deep in decaying flesh they have long become part of this monstrous mess. Yet, we maintain a vulnerability that's sanitized, more appropriate for younger eyes. As if our life's a show on television, desperately fighting a higher rating so we can appeal to a larger audience, so we can be primetime TV, and appear not real, but polished on the family-friendly channel number 3. While we productize our vulnerability, it's getting more vulnerable where we cannot see, where the plague of hurt is spreading, where the pile of dirt is stacking, where our heart is slowly passing out on chloroform, society's pressure that wants us to conform. Smiles, likes, emojis, a shallowness the blind can see. A real life show, so we somehow desperately want to see. So, in growing despair, I share with ink on paper this unfolding dystopian reality. I hope to fight its rise by humbly penning down some vulnerability. Although, it's probably limited only to the parts I wanted you to see. I guess that was my time. My name is Wesley from The Seed of Life. Look it up if you like it. Thank you so much.